All right, let's get this show started. What's going on? My name is Vega. Welcome to Caffeine Crypto. Usually we do this stream every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever that equates to in your time. I welcome you to join me with a caffeinated drink of your choice, coffee, NOS energy drink, or whatever energy drink you choose, or just some tea. And we talk about, well, what's going on in the crypto world. We may cut this video a little bit short, but last week I had a very good time hanging out with Seb Fintech. We talked about why you should consider or why you should get into mining, and is it better than buying? A lot of people enjoyed that stream. I'll try to have a special guest on every once in a while. But yeah, so the crypto market's looking kind of stagnant right now. Good morning, Sparrow, Crypto LLC, Jeffrey Harrison, Work Crow, and Billy. Billy, you're always one of the first to say what's up. Appreciate you. So yeah, Bitcoin is just moving sideways, at least recently, right? You know, if we look, let me get rid of this real quick. If we look at the end of September, most of October was a nice pump up, and we ended October, you know, on a high, considering where it started. But now, the beginning of November, and we're just sitting in this range right now. This anywhere from 64 to 6,000. Honestly, I had a wedge set up here, and we fell out of that wedge, which is a little bit concerning. But I will say that it doesn't matter, and this is not financial advice. Usually the holidays, even though everybody's calling for higher numbers, usually the holidays we see a downturn, and the downturn is going to be more or less because, you know, come on, it's the holidays, right? You're buying gifts, you're going on vacation, you're doing this, you're doing that, so you might have to recoup some of those losses, so you take some profits here and there, and it usually brings the market down. But everybody's calling for higher numbers. It's really strange. So let's just jump right into the news. Thank you for saying what's up. Good morning to you, Max Voltage. Hope you're doing well. Morning from Orlando. What's up? Another Floridian in the house. Hey, Golden Wolf. Hope you're doing well. So Jeffrey Harrison saved a new miner by educating them on, you know, being careful and beware of the cheap Amazon cables, because there's a lot of cheap products coming out now, whether it's adapters, splitters, cables, risers. You just got to be very careful. So thank you for saving another new miner. So Bitcoin price ready to rally as Bitcoin bulls clear the charge to 85K range. Now 85K seems more realistic to me than 100K, but everybody's calling for 100K, so we'll have to see, because I'm not a market maker. I don't make predictions, and nothing I say in most of my videos is financial advice, but common sense can be applied in certain areas. So Bitcoin is ready to rally against the BTC price action as it flips bullish on crucial timeframes. Trading platform Descent Trader says. In the latest market update on October 29th, the firm predicted incoming fresh upside for Bitcoin, which has languished below all the recent all-time highs. And people are calling for 150K end of year potential, or 100K end of year potential. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I just don't see that happening unless there's just a squeeze of some type and a lot of new heads getting into the market. So despite sideways moves, BTC USD keeps market guessing. The odds are still on the gains to enter in the short term, while in the area around this year's two highs, the 63.9 and 67.1K, are the main focus of the discussion. Real friction might, in fact, only lie far into price discovery territory nearer to 100K. On technical, market cycle, and on-chain basis, we continue to believe that the next major area of difficulty for Bitcoin will not hit until we approach the 85 to 90K barrier. So they're talking about if we break the, all-time high. Let's zoom out real quick. The all-time high right now, I believe, is what, 60? Is it 66K? Yeah, so 66K. The next one would be, from what they're saying, would be around the 85, 90K range, which is, obvious, because especially when we put in such a pump, there are people going to take profits and try to buy back in lower, or time to market, whatever the heck they want to do. So this is due in part to moving average crossover event involving the 128-day and 200-day trends, which has historically sparked sustained upside. Closer to the present Bitcoin 3-day chart, which Descent Trader, I keep saying data center, holds to be an especially accurate price pool, is now bullish, contradicting the current bearish daily and neutral weekly setup. So right now, I kind of agree with that. We're kind of sitting in this neutral or bearish range. We followed the wedge that I had drawn. I could see us going down, maybe getting down into 55, 52, and then people buying that back up, and then that might be where we take off. That's me personally. That's just an opinion, not financial advice, but that's just me. So all my family and friends, I've advised them, if you see it get into the 50s, buy the dip, get some more sats. DCA, dollar cost average. Never spend more than you can afford to lose. This is the only ingredient feeding the probable channel for price action, which could see Bitcoin hit 150K by the start of 2020. So keep in mind, again, everybody's calling 100K end of year, 100K beginning of the year. Evidence continues to suggest that the existing market participants remain bullish. One data point is to support that this is continually draining of Bitcoin from exchanges as users select to put their Bitcoin in cold storage. The net impact of this is that the short-term supply is reduced to update, this is an update concluded by Bitcoin or about Bitcoin. So long story short, with that statement there, you see more people pulling money off of these exchanges and putting their Bitcoin into cold storage or wallets that they own private keys to instead of on these exchanges, and that reduces the supply, but the demand is still there. Until this trend changes, it will continue to put upward pressure on the price as demand for Bitcoin has to accept higher prices amongst the limited supply available. And all the articles that I go over in my videos, if you're new to the channel, is linked in the description. Make sure you check out the links in the description because they do help out the channel. Some of it is affiliate links, or I get some type of kickback whether you're signing up through Coinbase, because I've seen some of you do that, or buying something off of Amazon. If you click the link, and even if you don't buy that GPU and you just buy something else, that does help out the channel, and I greatly appreciate all your support. So make sure you check out the links to the articles and much more down below. So Bitcoin's price consolidation could be over, says trader, as Ethereum, Polkadot hit all-time highs. Now, this was November 2nd, right? That was November 2nd. The previous article was October 30th. So where does these align with the current market? Well, you know, we're not at 100K yet, but we're definitely in this neutral area where we're just bouncing around, and we're not making any progress yet. That doesn't mean, you know, when we're trading sideways for a while, there's usually something that happens. Either we go down or we go up. I suspect that we might go down before we go up. You know, things always get worse before they get better, but that's just me. And I'm more of a glass, you know, half full kind of guy, so just bear that in mind. So, 62,500 for BTC bounce. Obviously, we didn't bounce off of that because we're below, right? So the 62K range is a target that we hit a couple times, right? We went from 64 to 62, or all the way down to 60, back up to 63, back down to 58, and now we're just sitting in this range right here. Early Tuesday, November 2nd, the largest cryptocurrency abruptly exited a sideways trading channel to add almost 2,000 in just an hour. Amid calls for potential breakout, popular trader Pentoshi believed that the 62.5 may be the buyer's only chance to buy the dip. Obviously not. BTC, any pullback towards 6.25 would be a great bid zone. Looks as though consolidation could be over and ready to trend again. So he was calling for more upside as we dropped out. But with Wall Street open around the corner, confidence is firmly evident among market participants. ETH is making good moves with market capitalization, being one of the largest coins with market capitalization, or by market capitalization, saw a fresh all-time high of 44.82 Tuesday, days after the previous record. The top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap were led by Polkadot, up 15% to $52 itself, an all-time high in the October rally. And Bitcoin, you know, could hit the worst-case scenario monthly close, thus remaining on course to see 100K by the ending of the year. So long story short, even though Bitcoin people were calling for 60K to 62 to be the bottom. It wasn't. We dropped all the way down to 60 in the upper 59s, and people continue to buy the dip, and continue to get into the situation, to get into Bitcoin as a whole. Bitcoin could break out and rise with altcoins next week. Now, this is November 5th, which was yesterday. So let's see what this has to say, because those previous two articles were older articles, while the second one didn't really pan out exactly the way the author had written. The first one did. So Bitcoin's trading volume continued to decline over the past week as alternative cryptocurrencies, altcoins such as Ether, rose to all-time highs. Active speculators in the cryptocurrency market are jumping from one coin to another, which we are seeing this. We're seeing this train of people jumping from coin to coin to coin, whether it's a Shiba Inu, Floki, Squid Game, which we're going to get into in just a minute, trying to ride the small waves, right? This is a positive sum game if the tide is turning. That is, if the overall capitalization of the crypto market is rising. Some analysts expect Bitcoin to eventually catch up to the rise of these altcoins in next week, this coming week that we're about to go into, which could push Bitcoin's price past the 64K resistance. And we do have this wall. This is the first time, whenever we see resistance for the first time, because this is the first time that Bitcoin hit that 64K, that becomes a goal, right? So we got to break through 64K to get, try to see if we can create a new all-time high. Will we do it? Who's to say? Let's see here. Where was I? All right. Historically, there have been slightly delayed positive correlation with traditional markets and the crypto market, helping to build the case for bullish November for digital assets. Bitcoin correlation with the S&P 500 continued to rise over the past month, suggesting investors' appetite for risk remained strong. So their risk potential is strong. The demand is there, but the supply of Bitcoin is diminishing. What happens when you have a low supply, high demand situation like our GPUs? You do the math. On the other hand, demand for treasury bonds, once deemed to be the safest investment, has declined given the market expectation of rising inflation and slowing economic growth. The chart shows below also shows that the declining correlation between Bitcoin and long-term treasury bonds. A similar dynamic occurred in 2019 when the crypto bear market stabilized and monetary policy became more accommodating, which benefited assets such as equities and cryptocurrencies, deemed too risky. For now, it appears the investors are positioning away from the long-term or long-duration assets, which are more sensitive to rising interest rates as a result of tighter monetary policy. In the scenario, correlation involving Bitcoin, equities, and long-term bonds could rise as investors reduce their exposure to risk. Further, during crisis episodes such as the 2020 pandemic, the correlation between Bitcoin and S&P 500 can rise significantly. It's a little bit chilly in my area, but I love it because I keep my mining rigs nice and cool. The persistent positive funding rate suggests that the demand for long-term exposure remains high in the market, but relative The persistent positive funding rate suggests the demand for long exposure remains high in the market, but the relatively low long liquidation volumes, geez Louise, in the market suggest that traders are less reckless and with leverage now than during the spring rally. So they're not using as much leverage as they used to, and when things are overstretched or over leveraged, we tend to have some type of squeeze, whether it's short or long. All right, so that's two articles that actually aligned that came out this week. But here's something that we really need to pay attention to, not just as crypto people, but as traders and miners, okay? The House did, we knew about the crypto tax bill, and we know that there's inconsistencies in it. We know that it needs to be amended. We tried to fight it, but it didn't work out to our liking. But the House sends the infrastructure bill with the crypto tax provision to the U.S. president. So, late Friday night, the House voted in favor of the bill with at least 218 A's, fulfilling a key priority for the Biden administration, and amid controversy over whether the accompanying Democratic-led bill would also move forward. The Senate originally passed a bill in August after lawmakers shot down any attempts at amending the crypto provision. Okay, so this is something we need to keep our eyes on, guys. I do want to say that I can't remember the gentleman's name, but there's a number of people that I was listening to or watching on Twitter that try to represent us as best, and they're good people, and they know their stuff. I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry I forgot your name. I have to find it, and I'll have to come back and put it in the video. But you want to keep an eye on the situation as it pans out. And I have a feeling that because of this, we may see some negative reaction. Right? Let's go to the 1 minute. Maybe we saw some late last night, but we don't. It's uncertainty. You know, uncertainty is the breeder of concerns and causes the market to go down, whatever market it is, right? So just keep an eye on the situation. The crypto industry was concerned at the tax reporting requirement within the bill that sought to expand the definition of broker for IRS purposes. The reporting requirement would see all brokers report transactions under the current tax code. Industry proponents worried that the definition would be too broad, capturing entities like miners and other parties that don't actually facilitate transactions, right? We don't see the transaction. We just validate the transaction. We confirm the transaction, but we don't get to see who did what, who sent who, what this did, and we can't, if the IRS wants to know all those details, we can't provide that to them, especially if you're mining through NiceHash. So they need to get educated and make sure that the bill reflects correctly. Now, of course, if you want to tax me because I take all my crypto mining profits and I convert it to a fiat currency, euro, USD, whatever it may be, then yeah, that's a taxable event. You can go ahead and tax me. But if you're trying to tax me on every single transaction that my miners worked on, that's going to be impossible to keep up with. It really is. So another provision included the bill to amend the tax code, section 6050I, has also stoked fear in the crypto industry. The law, written nearly 40 years ago to apply to in-person cash transactions over 10,000, essentially requires recipients to verify the sender's personal information and record their social security information, the nature of the transaction, and other information, and report the transaction to the government within 15 days. Unlike other tax code violations, violation of 6050I are a felony, and some lawmakers have pointed that out. Applied to cryptocurrencies and other digital assets like non-fungible tokens or NFTs, the law could be nearly impossible to comply with. Pushback against the provision held up the bill's passage in the Senate, where the infrastructure bill originated, giving the industry a chance to push for an amendment to modify the language. Ultimately, however, the Senate passed the bill without adopting any amendments, despite a 11th hour effort to secure the change. The Treasury Department still has to explain how it plans to interpret the bill and publish the guidance spelling out how businesses and other entities will have to comply. So exchanges, pools, mining pools, miners, like this impacts a lot of people, and they need to get educated to provide good clarity. People to watch, I'm not going to get into too much politics, and I try to steer away from it, but people to watch regarding this bill are such as SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, SFTC Acting Chairman Rostin Bahim, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Senator Cynthia Lummis, Senator Patrick Toomey, and of course the House lawmakers. Those are just a few people that you want to keep an eye on. Even if you're not into politics, even if you're not in the U.S., I strongly urge you to keep an eye on the situation that's happening in the U.S. because it could set the tone for the rest of the crypto market. And again, I'm sorry for my family abroad across the pond. You're looking at the U.S. and thinking, wow, we're a bunch of idiots. Our lawmakers need to be educated, okay? They need to be educated. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Some of them are very stubborn, but just bear with us, okay? Let's see here. Anything popping in the live chat? Okay, everybody's good. Crypto Mikkel raid. Crypto Mikkel, I hope you're doing well. Happy for you in the new place. So analysts say impulse move could send Ethereum price to 6 to 14K. And I really want to see something here. Let me go ahead and pull this up. I just want to see something here. Let's say we got 6 5700 XTs. We're going to go ahead and hit calculate. And we're going to bring this back over here. All right, so analyst says the Ethereum could break out to new all-time highs. It's just the beginning. And one 2017 error fractal pattern targets a 14K Ethereum price in the near future. 14K, guys. Can you imagine that? Crypto Noob, yes, please. If you are enjoying content like this, or you just like cryptocurrency in general, you like my face, you don't like my face, let me know by hitting the like button or the dislike button. Either way, it helps me out. And thank you, Crypto Noob, for watching all the way from across the pond. Appreciate you, brother. If you have any questions or concerns, please at me in the super chat, whichever. Or obviously, don't, as I say, don't send me a super chat if you're broke and don't want your money. All right. So the climbing price of Ethereum comes, and what I meant by that is if you got to pay bills. Okay, if you got bills and you don't have enough money for your bills, don't send me a damn super chat. That's stupid. No disrespect. All right. So the climbing price of Ether comes following the recent, I think that's Alter update to Ethereum, right? Yeah, Alter update to Ethereum beacon chain as part of the protocol transition to ETH2 and a proof of stake mechanism, which has also seen more than 8 million Ether removed from circulation and staked in ETH2 contract. And you can start staking your Ethereum. You can't touch it till ETH2 comes out, which, you know, they're calling for mid next year, 2022. Which, by the way, can be delayed even further. I'm just saying, there's one more chance that we could get another delay. But data from Cointelegraph, Markets Pros, and TradingView shows that since trading at the low of $2,780 on September 29th, the price of Ether has charged 62% higher in little over a month to establish a new all-time high of 45.23. So that's our next target. We want to break that 45.23, guys. Will we get there? Who's to say? But to call for 14K Ethereum, that's pretty cool, guys. And that's what I want to look at real quick. Matter of fact, let me post this live chat. Jerks, get in here. All right. So let's look at that real quick. So right now, 6 RX 5700 XTs. It will bring you around $25 a day. And that's with the current exchange rate of, you know, 0.0725 BTC. How do we convert that? Let's see here. We're doing it on BTC. A 14K Ethereum doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin would be at 100K. But let's just say it is 100K. Did I do that right? 3. Calculate. So it would go up 2x as far as profit. It'd go from $25 to 45, almost $45, almost 50. But will Ethereum hit that before ETH 2.0? That's the real question. Because I really would love Ethereum to hit those prices before ETH 2.0 so that way we can enjoy those profits. However, I have a feeling that much of the market or the Ethereum personnel would love to delay it as far as possible until after ETH 2.0 and not let the miners take any profit in that or not make any profit. A simple, straightforward price projection for Ether was offered by Cointelegraph contributor Michael Van de Pope, who posted the following chart estimating the impulse move from 6K to 6.4K, which could occur sometime between November 21st and January 22nd. So even Ethereum hitting 6K, 6,400 would be really nice. Thank you, Nori SS. I'm going to send you all the super chats. You do what you want. I'm not your supervisor, as my wife says. Yeah, so appreciate it, bud. So yeah, so impulse wave to 6K would be nice, right? Because if Ethereum's sitting around 4K, 4,400 right now, and my rigs are making, let's say, anywhere from 80 to $100 right now, with it getting up to 64, that could be 110 to 120, which would be nice, which would be real nice. You know, 100 to 120 bucks. Mining from my rigs, you obviously it varies based on your hardware and your rigs, but anyways, John Wick, Twitter user, says that Ethereum continues to make new all-time highs. Those have been waiting all those months with us absolutely deserve this. Technically, we have another squeeze shading. Watch out for another break soon. So he's talking about us getting squeezed up to that 6.4K range. But then we got people calling for 14K. And here's the actual tweet. Let's take a look at this picture. That's kind of steep, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's very. I mean, when we usually draw like this half pipe type deal, it usually doesn't work out for our best interest. If it does go that high, and it goes that steep that quickly, then obviously there's going to be a decent pullback, and you need to set your price targets now for when that day does come, so that way you can take your profits. You know, you don't want to just let it get to its all-time high again and just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till its next all-time high. You know, set your price targets. Oh, honey, Ed said that he started I'm Not Your Supervisor.
He's not my supervisor, and he should be working.
He's watching my show. He can work. People can work and watch. That's what I do all the time. I work from home and I watch you.
Okay.
So, Bitcoin dominance weakens as altcoin rallies. Solana token has rallied 21% this week, breaking through its all-time high on Thursday. Ethereum also climbed to a record, hitting 4,628 on November 3rd, which is actually, hang on a second, when did this one come out? November 2nd. Hang on. I got my maths mixed up here. What was the all-time high? So it wasn't 45. Or was it? The other article said 45.23, did it not? Yeah, 45.23 on November 2nd. And then, of course, Ethereum turns around and makes a new on the 3rd. So Ethereum is on a pretty good roll here, guys. And of course, Ethereum is what most miners, I'm not going to lie, most miners are mining. Right? So it completely blasted past the old all-time high. Looks like we're having a pullback right now. Or we did. And now we got to pump back up. But I mean, Ethereum is looking really good. It's looking really good. It just sucks that the transaction fees are so ridiculous. I hate the fact that the transaction fees are completely ridiculous. Alternative coins to Ethereum are still in favor, though. Nori, where's the Discord link? So Nori, the Discord link is I had to put it behind a paywall because there was too many bots invading various crypto channels. But I'll do you one solid, and anybody who's watching right now, you got 30 minutes and only enough for the amount of viewers in this live stream to get in right now. Whoops, that's the wrong link. I didn't copy the link. Hang on. Invite. Copy. Does it copy now? There it goes. All right. So jump in. You wish your JZX 100 was coming soon. I wish it was. Anyway, so Nori, thank you for the donation again. $19.99. Appreciate you, brother. So Bitcoin dominance chart, which shows the extent of cryptocurrency dominance over the rest of the market, is signaling bias towards altcoin exposure, according to Matthew Dibb, COO of Stack Funds. This trend will likely persist in the short term, he said. So I can validate that because we've been seeing a lot of altcoins, obviously, right? Shiba Inu, Floki Inu, Polkadot, and many others really take off, especially because of what Facebook did, which we're going to get into in just a moment. The chart shows that Bitcoin dominance declining as altcoins taking a larger share. Here's a chart. We have seen consistent bids for layer 1 tokens throughout any market weakness. Avalanche, or AVAX, token touched an all-time high, at $80.29 Friday as it went up 20%. On the week, Polkadot has also had significant gains in the week, up to another 20%. Coins related to virtual worlds or so-called metaverses are also in the spotlight after Facebook said it will change its name to Meta and enter the arena. The recent rebranding of Facebook to Meta is making the crypto market reassess the future value of these metaverse competitors, which until last week, many of them are fairly undervalued. Mana, the currency of Decentraland, one of my favorite places, virtual world and Ethereum blockchain that allows users to monetize content and applications, is up 88% in the week. Sand, the token of Sandbox, has a virtual world where the players can build, own, and monetize their gaming experience using non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, has gained 130%. Play-to-earn tokens have also experienced an uptick, like Axie Infinity tokens up 5%, Engine Coin, a gaming platform or a community gaming platform, or virtual goods marketplace with a market cap of $2.6 billion, is up 28%. Engine announced Thursday that it has formed a $1 million fund to support projects in the ecosystem geared towards developing a decentralized metaverse. The fund will focus on cross-chain NFT assets, digital collectible applications, gaming that harnesses mixed reality, virtual events, and building multi-chain infrastructure. And we're seeing Microsoft and Meta really try to, and Facebook, when I say Meta, really try to get into these metaverses, and that's just making things pop off right now. That article was on the 5th, so is this one. Solana up 17% on the year. It's a competitor to Ethereum. But can both of them coexist? I believe so. You don't have to. It can't be like Solana's going to beat Ethereum or Ethereum's going to beat Solana. Thank you, hun, for the $9.99. Yes, my wife is right here. She's off today. So Hogan isn't alone. The overall market has shown support for Solana too. And this year, Solana is up 1,700% according to CoinGecko. Now that the 5th largest cryptocurrency by market value, Sol hit an all-time high of nearly $250 on Thursday, and it has a market cap of over $70 billion. There are a few reasons why Ethereum and Solana are often compared. For one, both have smart contract capabilities. A lot of the fastest growing applications of the crypto technology have been built on Ethereum and rely on Ethereum's blockchain to function, Hogan says. If you're investing in Solana, you're betting that the technical sophistication will help it leapfrog Ethereum. Though Solana has been especially buzzy lately, it's important to research and understand the risks before investing. After all, financial experts generally deem all cryptocurrencies to be risky, volatile, and speculative assets. Although Ethereum is older and more prominent, so it's the OG in the space, Solana is a viable competitor, says Barrett Harrison. One reason is because Ethereum is fundamentally limited in its capacity for global scale applications due to a small number of transactions per second that it can support. And we've seen this where Solana can hit 400,000 transactions per second, but that brought down the network. That took a hit on the network and its price, but that's still an incredible amount of transactions it could do per second if they can throttle it or sustain it. Solana can support tens of thousands of transactions per second, while Ethereum can only support 13. Solana also has significant lower fees, which is true. Solana, Matic, and I'm a main proponent, or I really strongly encourage people, if you're mining Ethereum, to try to get paid out on one of these other assets like Matic through Ethermine. If you're on that, I know a lot of people using HiveOS is on Hivon, but really to get paid out in Matic and then complete your transactions, your swaps, and all that using the Matic Polygon network will help you save so much in fees, which I will have some videos about that in this upcoming week, a couple ways to do that. Make sure you check in and get subscribed. Ethereum has more users, more applications that already exist, and more stability. It is also a massive first mover adjacent advantage, he adds, referring to the theory that the first to enter the market automatically has the edge over the competition, which is true because Ethereum is an OG in the space. It's going to retain a lot of that. Like, for example, decentralized. If you guys, first off, Jeffrey Harrison, thank you for being a member for 8 months. And don't forget, if you're a member of the channel, every blue moon, which the next blue moon, I get to dictate the date. But every blue moon, I pick a random member of the channel to win some Bitcoin. what's going to happen is the next one I chose is December for Christmas. I will pick one of you. I will message you or publicly post it. Hey, reach out. I would chat with you on Discord because all members have access to Discord. Sorry, it's behind a paywall, but I wanted to stop the bots. And you will be one of you could be selected to win. But going back to the Ethereum Solana debate, think of it this way. I got banned from YouTube. Many in the space were just like, go to a decentralized platform, right? Go to decentralized video platform of your choice. The problem is the base or the foundation is there. The viewers aren't, right? The potential, the monetization is not as strong. Yes, you do get paid per view with whatever select currency that platform has, but YouTube really has this chokehold around the video world, right? If you want to be successful making YouTube videos or making videos in general, you 9 times out of 10 have to do it on YouTube. Yeah, you can use Facebook, you can use IG, you can become an IG model, whatever, OnlyFans, whatever. But YouTube has the strongest base. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum has a very strong base, a bunch of loyal followers, and it's going to be really hard to compete with that. However, supporters of Ethereum say that blockchain will become more scalable, secure, and sustainable after ETH 2.0 upgrades slated for 2022, during which the network will shift to proof-of-stake model. And they also argue that Solana has a long way to go before it reaches the same level of quality and prominence of Ether commands. However, just like this gentleman who made all these quotes, I certainly believe that there is a place for both in the network. It doesn't have to be 1v1. It doesn't have to be, one's got to be the ruler and the other one's got to be the peasant. No, they can coexist together in the market. There's going to be strong proponents to both. So a major cryptocurrency a major crypto exchange CEO is set to be holding Shiba long term. And Shiba Inu has been popping, guys. It really has. What's up, Pocket? Good to see you. Wife of the miner. All right, you guys are all looking good. Let's keep rocking. All right, so after Facebook did its thing and announced metaverse tokens, we talked about that, Sand, Mana, all that popped off. Things were looking good. Let's see here. Where was I at? All right, as the world's third most Googled cryptocurrency, third most Googled, the world. There's a lot of people on Google. To get to third, that's pretty incredible. Shiba Inu notched a gain of more than 380% for the past 30 days and rallied more than 76 million percent in the past 76 million? Hang on. What? Which exchange should I use? Let's just use this one. 76 million. That is ridiculous. In the past 12 months. Okay, so past 12 months. Well, when did this market start doing? May. So we're going to start from... Well, we can't go all the way back, can we? We can't go back. So let's start from up here. Okay, I'm not sure what metrics they're using. I might be looking at that wrong. In the past 30 days, rallied more than 7,600% over the past 12 months, seeing Bitcoin rise. Some younger investors with a lot of money want to profit from crypto as well, Lou said, but you'd need more than 60,000 to buy one Bitcoin. So to turn to Doge and SHIB, where you can buy tons for just $100, a Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million Satoshis, its smallest unit. The investors are very passionate about such tokens and are determined to push the prices higher. Meme coins, and on change.org, a petition to get SHIB listed on Robinhood has received more than almost 500,000 signatures, which is crazy. They're at 1 million? No, they have. So their goal is to get to 1 million. They're over 500,000. So that's absolutely nuts. Right? And of course, SHIB was pumping. Everybody was trying to ride this ride. Everybody was trying to get in. You got to be this tall to ride this ride. Everybody was trying to sneak in. They missed out, and so they're looking for the next one. So then they jump over to, let's say, any type of Inu coin you can think of, right? So Floki Inu was popping, and then there's like 50 other Inu tokens, and then this. Let's look up Squid. Because I had one of my colleagues hit me up about this. Look at that candle. Look at that candle. Look at that candle. And I'm sure any guys or girls or non-binary people have noticed that there was a video out there of this guy doing it live while he got wrecked. And I feel really bad for that individual. I feel really bad for that individual for him to dump a lot of his money into Squid Game and then get wrecked. So on November 1st, Squid Game, a cryptocurrency that has drawn attention in part because of the popular namesake Korean TV show, which is okay, I guess. I don't really like it. I watched a little bit of it. I just couldn't get into it. It's not my forte. Collapsed to nearly zero after it rose 2,857 from $39 in just 3 hours, according to CoinMarketCap. The dive happened not long after the crypto was first listed on a decentralized crypto exchange, PancakeSwap, October 21st. Squid rallied from 0.01 to $39 from October 26th to the 31st. That's pretty crazy. So it went from 1 cent all the way up to, well, that's for Wrap BNB. Hang on. Squid USD. They took it off, didn't they? I would not be surprised. I don't even think they have the USD idea. I'm not sure, but long story short, you got wrecked, son. On-chain data and evidence from Twitter and Telegram pointed out to the incident as a rug pull scam, meaning that the creators of the cryptocurrency abandoned the project and cashed out the tokens. CoinMarketCap issued a warning saying that it received multiple reports that users were not able to sell their token on PancakeSwap. On Squid's official Telegram channel, the developers left their last message. They said someone attempted to hack the crypto Twitter account and smart contracts. BS. This is what they wrote. We are trying to protect it, but the price is still abnormal. Squid Game Dev does not want to continue running the project as we are depressed from the scammers and it's overwhelmed with stress. Sorry again for any inconvenience been made for you. If any strange starts come out of it, ignore it. Thanks. This straight up, they sold, y'all got screwed, goodbye, peace. And this is not new. We've seen this before, and this is why PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and all the swaps out there, the DEXs, say in the notice when you go to import a contract to beware. They warn you. But of course, the latest rug pull is unfortunate but predictable and underscores the reality that market participants should avoid speculating on new coins without legitimate use case, particularly for those you can only buy and never sell, which was an obvious red flag from the start. So you could buy Squid, but you can never really sell Squid. And what are the use cases for it, right? Shiba Inu at least has Shiba Swap. You could stake it. You could get some bones. You can swap it. Like, there's use cases for it. Squid, what was the use case for it? Nothing. You shouldn't have fallen for it. So anyways, there's a petition to get Shiba Inu on Robinhood. If you haven't signed up for it, I'll put it in the live chat in case you want to participate. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. All right, so you guys are good. You guys are just talking to each other. Jeffrey, what do you say? I'm getting fear of missing out. So keep watching trusted resources. Much respect to your supervisor. She's not my supervisor. Dang it.
I am the supervisor.
No, you're not. All right. So digital assets platform Bakkt Holdings, BKKT, will soon allow its customers to trade Ether. Now, this is pretty good. The second largest cryptocurrency in addition to Bitcoin, the company said in a statement Friday. So Bakkt is allowing its users to get involved into Ethereum. This is going to be great for Ethereum. This is where the push to 6.4K can happen. This is where the push to the 14K can happen. Hopefully, again, it happens before proof of stake or the switch to ETH 2.0 comes out. That'd be very great for the mining community. Because again, it would not surprise me if the devs want to delay that price discovery until after ETH 2.0, so that way the miners don't get to reap the benefits of that. But this is going to be really cool. Bakkt also said institutional clients can opt to use Bakkt Warehouse for the custody of Ether. Shares of Alpharetta, Georgia-based company, which started trading October 18th, rose about 4%. The stock soared last month after Bakkt signed pacts with MasterCard, and I can't pronounce that word, Fiverr, for crypto payments. Anyways, Bakkt looking to make some moves, looking to allow exposure for their clients to Ethereum. That's going to be looking pretty good. All right, so billionaire investor Stanley, don't give a damn, honestly. Stanley Druckenmiller rings the bubble alarm on meme stocks and crypto and warns a short-term approach can be disastrous. Now, okay, granted, Squid Games, they got screwed, right? I wasn't in Squid Games. I hope none of you got into Squid Games. But, you know, Shiba Inu has some use cases. I like it. Dogecoin, these are meme coins, but at least the meme coins after the OG meme coin is trying to find ways to improve, right? So they're using other platforms or other instead of just on Ethereum, right? They can be swapped using Matic Polygon, or they can be you can stake the token, or you can do this, or you can get this. There's other use cases for a token. It's not just meme stock, right? It's not just being pumped because there's a bunch of loyal followers. And a lot of the Doge family, as much as they hate Shiba Inu, are coming over to Shiba Inu, and they're pumping it. So I understand why he thinks the meme stocks are it's a bubble and it's going to pop. I agree. Eventually it's going to pop. But when you have a coin that actually has some real world use cases, you may be quite surprised. Billionaire investor Stanley Druckenmiller rang the bubble alarm and reeled off a list of overpriced assets during the Boston Investment Conference on Thursday. Crypto, meme stocks, art, wine, equities. Says the gentleman, I'll just call him Stanley, according to a transcript tweeted by Calendar Capital, a Twitter user whose comments on the market and investing. This bubble is everything, every asset on the planet. Stanley continued in a conversation with Seth Carman, another billionaire investor and the head of Ballas Group. Made a lot of geniuses out of all of us the last couple of years. A conference spokesman declined to verify the transcript, and an insider wasn't able to independently verify. The user behind Collins Capital told Insider that he transcribed the comments. So, billionaires don't like it when they don't make money, and you do. Okay, they don't like it when the retail investor, bumps into some random little stock or random little crypto that all of a sudden pumps. And now that person quit their job because they made millions. They don't like that. They want to make the millions. They don't want you to make the millions. Hence the reason why I can kind of see Bitcoin and some of the top currencies kind of falling into the hands of the billionaires or the 1% or the 2% or the 5% or whatever they are, because they want to own most of it, right? So I have no gripes against them other than the fact that I believed, and I've always believed, that cryptocurrency, especially what Satoshi Nakamoto intended Bitcoin to be, is the people's money. Okay, he intended it to be the people's money, not controlled by the banks, not managed by the banks, not regulated by the banks, and now it's turned into ETFs, and banks are trying to get in or make their own token, and a lot of the top guys are regulating it. Well, guess what? There's 13,000 other cryptos. So a lot of people are moving away from those cryptocurrencies and using these other little currencies to make that money and then flip it back into Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is more widely accepted as far as, transacting and getting it out of your wallet into a bank account, right? Because there's at some point in time, unless you meet some guy in an alley somewhere to transact or trade Bitcoin on a USB stick for actual cash or whatever you need to live in this world, you have to use some type of exchange mechanism. So we'll have to see how things go. I'm actually going to get ready to wrap up things here. Let's see if anybody's chatting. Did you hear about Nvidia's GPU stolen off the truck? Yeah, actually, I bumped into that. I opened up YouTube, and I saw that Brandon Coin did a video on it. So EVGA had its GPUs, a whole truck stolen, and they took all the GPUs. That's really crazy. If you have them, bring them to me. No, I'm joking. EVGA will not honor the warranties or replacement or anything of those GPUs that were stolen. They basically flagged it. So if you have them, you got them, but you won't be able to do anything with it. And if you are sold a stolen GPU, or you go to register a GPU that was stolen, you may get flagged on your account. You could look up the registration number and stuff like that. So yeah. Dizzy Mining, what's up, man? You showed that the A2000 graphics card, and I really like that. The A4000 66 mega hash, basically a 1070 3060 Ti, but the A2000 is what? Basically a little bit less than a 3060. Yeah, a little bit less than a 3060, but it's very efficient. It's just I wouldn't go building an entire rig, but I'm really happy that you took those GPUs and you tested it out. Dizzy, if you get your hands on one of the new Intel GPUs, talking to you, Dizzy Mining, if you get your hands on one of the new Intel GPUs, you should link up with me. I'd be very interested to see, because I know the miners are going to have issues utilizing those GPUs. They're going to have to update the kernels and stuff like that, or update the miners overall. I'd be very interested to see what miners actually work out the gates or what miners have to be updated. So let me know. We can link up sometime. Offline, not live stream or anything like that, just offline. Anyways, getting ready to wrap up here. Shiba Inu had a crash recently. Obviously, it's up compared to today, so we're good. But why did it crash, right? So why did it go down to whatever this is, 4,200 satoshis? Oh well, that's not satoshis, that's USD. How do you say that? Is that tens, 100s, 1000s, 10,000s, 100,000? So 42 100ths of a penny. Is that how you say it, or did I say that too big? I don't know. Anyways, it looks like a millionaire or a billionaire, whatever. Basically, there was 4 transactions of that account, out of that account, sending about $690 million worth of SHIB to a different account, so a total of 2.78 billion, right? Whoever is purchased the SHIB on Uniswap about a year ago for not very much. They didn't pay very much for it, and they got on Uniswap. And you see these transactions happening. If you're a big holder of Shiba Inu and you see these big transactions happening, what happens is many users question why the exchange, or why the exchange is honoring such transactions in such big quantities, because guess what? That's their money, and they're worried it's going to go down. So when you see billionaires, that's why people watch whale alerts. When you see so much money leaving an account, they panic. And they, fear of missing out, or even if it's going into account, fear of missing out, they jump in, they try to get some more crypto, and they might panic sell, or they might panic buy. So yeah, Shiba, we saw big, and if the guy got it on Uniswap, or guy or girl or individual got it on Uniswap from way back when, right, way back here, and they sold somewhere in this range, that's an almost 1,100% increase in price, right? So if it was worth 2 point something billion today, and they only paid hundreds of thousands on it, that's completely crazy, and I'm happy for them. And that's the way the crypto market works. Some you lose and some you win. Dizzy knows where all the trucks are. Dizzy did not participate in any trucks. No trucks were harmed in the filming of this video. No, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Intel GPUs shape out to be and how they end up going. I'm actually gonna get ready to get out here and go with my wife. We got a couple errands we got to run, and do. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for bearing with me. I don't have a studio or anything like that, and this is I'm just a regular guy on the internet that loves mining and appreciates the mining community and just shares data when I can and shares whatever insight when I can. And I love being taught new things. Don't say anything smart.
And appreciates his supervisor.
It's whatever. Get out of here. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching Caffeine and Crypto. Please do me a favor. On the way out, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification bell to stay up to date with what's going on in the channel. Check out some of the links in the description where you can go, like dogelord.com, get your sweet Serpent X merch and much more. There's other YouTubers and content creators out there that's actually on the website dogelord.com. Coffee, I just ordered myself another bag of 6-bean blend, really good coffee from Dogelord. And yeah, there's much more down there. Check it out, hit the links, help support the channel, and you all have yourself a wonderful day. You all take care, and goodbye from me and wife.